9 months ago, here on Back of the Net, we set every single AFC Bournemouth player a challenge, things that we wanted to see during the season. Did we see them? Now it's time for us to review and react to what we said at the time. Welcome, my name's Sam Davis.
My name's Tom Jordan.
And Tom, this was always going to be fairly tongue-in-cheek, but for some of them, there was a bit of a serious element to it as well. So we're going to go through, and you're going to see clips of what we said at the time as well. And here's Neto.
I want to see him dominating his box more, catching more balls, just taking that responsibility a little bit more. Because you are the leader, you are the captain, and I don't want him on his goal line. I want him to show a bit of a physical presence and come out and try and claim things.
For me, I love my pizza, and I love it when we get a 50% off voucher with El Marino. Right, so Tom,
difficult.
Get us 50% more pizzas for me. Yeah. Dominate your box.
Well, I think what's difficult is obviously Neto ended up getting replaced by Kepa. Kepa did get us more 50% pizzas and Kepa did dominate his box, but this is Neto, so didn't happen.
Next, Mark Travers then.
If you're going to stay here, show us that you can be the number one. I think there's been a few games back end of last season when he's come in. I don't really think he lets us down.
And you know, if he does prove himself, whether he's at us or he's at another club, hopefully my challenge is for him to force his way into contention for Ireland. Now, we know he's often named in the squad. I want to see him start a game. Of course, he went out on loan for a large part of the season. And so I said be in Ireland contention. Tom, you said prove yourself.
Yes.
He's probably proved himself, but not at our place, of course.
He's proved himself that he's a top championship goalkeeper.
He did prove himself a little bit for us.
Yeah, didn't think he let us down at all, mate. He's probably proved himself in the respect that he's going to get a good move now, at least. And the Ireland, he's always there, but they've got some good goalkeepers. He's not quite getting the caps, mate, so you probably can't say that one. Would you say it's kind of half? He's done like 1 out of 2, maybe?
1 out of 2. As for Alex Paulsen then, do you want to see a bit of what we said? Come on.
And just want to see him show the potential that we've heard about him, really.
I want to see him put in some astounding performances on loan. So much so, I want social media going mad. And you know where people clip up the saves and all his goalkeeping antics? I want that to happen. Yeah, so look, I said make social media go mad. Now, I'm just scrolling through Twitter at the moment, and I wouldn't say it's overly mad about him, so I'm not sure we did that. But what you said was show the potential, mate.
Which I guess technically he has. He's gone out on loan, they've been brilliant, and he's been the top goalkeeper in that league, really. So, yeah, for that, I think he's shown it, and I think everyone's excited to maybe see him back.
Next, Will Dennis then. What do we say?
Yeah, I think if you will, Dennis, go and play some football. I don't want him to go, but equally I'm kind of like, I just think you should play.
He's still keeping himself fit by doing, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, a park run. And I saw his park run time. It was decent, but if you do it again, Will, I want you to improve on your park run time. I tell you what, weirdly you say that because the last time I saw him was down at a park run. So look, we can tick that one off. But go and play football. He's played for the development side, has he? At one point?
Yeah, he has played a bit, but no, I wouldn't classify that as go and play football. But I've kind of gone past that now. Just stay here, do your park runs, and enjoy it, mate.
Next then, Dino. Now, Dino, of course, has now left AFC Bournemouth. We didn't know what to make of him. Me and Tom were in America. I'm not sure we've ever told him.
No, we were in America.
But we went over there. And he was announced. We didn't know how to pronounce his name. However, did he do what we said? Here's what we said. What do you reckon? Challenge?
Yeah, that's got to be it, really. I think he looks like a real promising player, doesn't he? But yeah, I think when you get opportunities, force yourself into that team, you will get chances. And don't let anyone else back in, mate.
We all saw his highlights reel when he joined. And for me, it is, I want to see him score another worldie from outside the box. Because that goal he scored where he took it forward and caressed it with the inside of his right foot into the back of the net. So there's a little clip of it there. So I wanted an outside of the box worldie from him. He scored 3 headers, didn't he?
Yeah, do you think 3 headers classified as a worldie? I'm having it. I mean, he's just going to run for 50 million.
And then...
I said force yourself in.
Forced yourself in, Dino?
Well,
force yourself in?
I think he did force himself in. Yeah, so now he's got to force himself into the Real Madrid of Spain soon. So, not bad, Dino. Yeah, just give him all the ticks in the world.
Next then, Milos Kerkez. Now, those of you who follow our social media may have noticed that I appeared on some Hungarian documentary about him where I brushed up on my Hungarian. No, I didn't. I did it in English. But what did he say in August? Play the clip. He's so highly strung.
Yeah, unbelievable. But he was good. But you thought, that's what I'm going to say. Just but in more of a composure. I want to see him show a little bit of composure because he's so good.
Absolutely. For me, stop posting weird social media posts where you're making Bournemouth fans worry.
Yes.
Right, so if you just look at that caption, we needed to play the clip because stop worrying us. I think at the time there was loads of, do you like a picture of Raheem Sterling once or something in a Chelsea shit? Oh,
there was a few little cryptic-y tweets about Liverpool where he's probably going to go. So he probably has continued to worry us, even though he's been brilliant on the pitch. And we said calm down. I think, he's never going to calm down. And I kind of rate it.
But on the pitch, I think he has kind of matured.
Yes,
like compared to that first. You know what? I've said this on a recent recording, which may have gone out yet or may not have, depending on the time of the announcement. But sort of reminded me. Do you remember Joe Hart in the Euros against Iceland, where he was almost too pumped, and then he made those goalkeeping bloopers, which of course helped Iceland go through.
Yeah.
And it was a bit like that, Brentford away. Do you remember when Kerkez had that slip?
Yep.
But he's matured so much. So I think on the pitch he has calmed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Off the pitch, he's like starting YouTube channels and doing vlogging and all that kind of stuff.
1 out of 2,
Milos. 1 out of 2.
Or has he calmed? No, you're right, he has calmed. I reckon we give him 2 out of 2.
Yeah, 2 out of 2 then. Okay then, Chris Mepham then. What do we say about him?
Listen, the window's not closed yet, so if he were to go, whether it be a loan or permanent, then if that's the case, then just play and keep being reliable to whatever team you're at, mate. But I think I'm speaking to him like I'm actually speaking to him. So yeah, Chris, listen up.
My challenge is for him to start at least 10 games this season. That could be optimistic, but look, cup competitions, also the league as well. 10 games, I'll be happy with that. So there you go then. The challenges were start 10 matches from me. I mean, he kind of did.
Yeah, he kind of did. And remain consistent. He kind of did. Not for Bournemouth, but, fair play to him. He went on loan and he was consistent and he started games in Sunderland or in the Premier League. Tick.
Adam Smith then, club legend. What was it, 402 appearances for AFC Bournemouth. How did we know that he'd still be doing so well for us? This is what we wanted at the time.
Continue that, keep that right back spot, because another competition, because let's be honest, he had Aarons last season, didn't really have Ryan Fredericks. Now with a new signing, I think it's even more competition for him. And also keep showing that leadership, because I think he's really growing into a player that's, he's been here the longest and he's showing that on the pitch, I think. Yeah.
I want to see, you know what, this is a terrible thing to say, because we do not condone bad sportsmanship, but more shithousery from me. Keep your place. I mean, he did that.
The only time he was out was because he was injured, and then as soon as he came back, he was back in at right back, our best right back still, and he's always going to be an S-house. So tick. Cheers, Smithy.
So James Hill, what did we want to see from him back in August?
So stay fit is an obvious one, and prove yourself, really, whether that be out on loan or playing in cup games. I think just show us, like we said about a few, that you are one for the future.
Just look at his Instagram now, James. I think the number of followers you've got for a Premier League footballer is quite poor. So you're on 19,000 at the moment. Really? I think you should be hitting 30 by the end of the season. Get your posts up, do a few stories.
He seems like quite a funny guy as well, doesn't he?
He's a great guy.
Come on, I want that at least 30k. Good shout.
Tom, I've just been checking out. So I said it on that video, 19,000 followers. He's on 20.2. I think I want him to get to 30.
Yeah, it's not enough, James.
It's not enough, is it?
It's not enough. He has increased it, fair play. But
however, with what you said,
perfect.
100%.
Yeah, don't let us down when you're called upon, basically, wasn't it? And that's exactly what he did. He was brilliant when he was called upon, because he was never going to play loads. And when he didn't let us down. So 1 out of 2, I'd say.
Okay then, Marcos Senesi then. This is always going to be interesting, because we thought he was going to be playing week in, week out. I mean, he was up until that Wolves injury. And then a little unknown lad called Dean Huijsen came in. But what do we say?
Can I just say, just keep him handsome? It's a bit...
He's gorgeous.
He is gorgeous, isn't he? Let's go. We joked about him getting a lot of yellows like Smithy. Let's say fewer yellows and more goals. Fewer yellows, more goals, because I think he's so good from set pieces and stuff.
Yeah. Really, what do I want to see more of? Pictures of him and Kelsey, the power couple, on Instagram. They will have beautiful children.
Oh, God.
I mean, we're not saying it's going to go that far. You never know. They got busy lives. They got busy lives.
Nah, just get on with it.
So for me, more Instagram pictures. Of course, we know that him and Kelsey are a thing. I think, I don't know how often Marcus posts, but on my Instagram, it seems to be like Kelsey's story after Kelsey.
And he's on a lot.
And he's on it a lot. I think he's into like cooking his barbecues. We've actually spoke to him. Loves a good barbecue, doesn't he?
Gorgeous.
So, you know, I suppose Kelsey's made that one happen.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, fair play. He's done that one.
Gorgeous man, needs to be behind that camera as much as possible. Unfortunately, you can't do the other one because he didn't even score. Obviously, a lot of it was down to injuries, but technically, fewer yellows.
Yeah.
But no, we can't have that one. So 1 out of 2 for Marcos, not bad.
Oh, I want to dance with Zabarnyi. What about Illia then? Look, he's been a player that's been playing a lot of football for AFC Bournemouth. What do we want from him? Here's what we said.
I want to see him score at least 2 headers. He's good in the air. I want him to be more of a threat from set pieces. So I'm going to say at least get a couple of headers from corners, free kicks.
And I think last season at the start he went under the radar, but Bournemouth fans are talking about him. Let's make other fans talk about him too, because we know that he's not going to be here forever. So look, we need the money in the bank. So let's keep his value high. Okay, Tom, this is an interesting one.
Yes.
Well, firstly, let's go to you. He didn't score.
He didn't. I still can't get my head around why you can't just bang in a few headers, because he's good in the air.
He might have got an assist or two. I mean, he certainly did for Semenyo in that last game against Leicester.
Yeah, he did. Didn't do it.
I said make everyone talk.
He's been overshadowed by Dino, which is I'm happy with. He's gone under the radar, is what we're saying, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's 0, but he's probably going to do both of them next season, I reckon.
Right, as for Max Aarons then, we know that he went out on loan for a healthy chunk of the season to Valencia, so we need to talk about both spells, but what did we say back in August?
But Chris Reeve said, don't worry, he's never injured. And that's such a Bournemouth thing that he comes in and gets injured. So prove him right, please, and don't turn into an injury-prone player. I know you don't want to, but yeah, keep yourself fit. And if you keep yourself fit, he'll get enough minutes, and we'll have a real good battle there at fullback.
And my challenge, it's going to be difficult. Just give Adam Smith some more competition and just show Andoni what you can do. Look, it's not just him you're competing against by the looks of it. Therefore, in my opinion, you just need to show yourself a little bit more and just show us why we signed you. That would be really handy. Okay. Firstly, prove Revo right. So that's Chris Reeve from Talk Norwich City who said, pretty sure, he won't get injuries, lads.
Oh, he never gets injured. He said that when we signed him. Never gets injured. He's been injured most of the time he's been at the club. And then, just thought he was going to be a top player. So then we can go into the Valencia thing. He couldn't keep his place in the team. He had a few decent performances, apparently, but couldn't keep himself in the team. And then what you said, show Andoni your worth. Well, he showed you the door. So, unfortunately for Max, who it's a real shame it hasn't worked. 0 out of 0, and we probably won't be able to do him again next season.
Sorry, Max. Okay, Lewis Cook then. Lewis Cook. Lewis Cook.
We don't know the words yet.
Someone did suggest something that worked, but I can't remember what it was. Either way, what do we want from him?
He's got to score a goal. Because I think he was nearly perfect last season. Honestly, he was so good, and he feels quite complete as a footballer, doesn't he? And I know he's played a bit deeper. But yeah, I'm just going to say he can hit them. We've seen it in the past. So yeah, notch a few goals, I would say.
And for me, make yourself ready and available with some good performances for England. Okay, so arguably this could be 2 out of 2 because Tom, you said score a goal or 2. He did. With his head.
With his nuts. And what a time to score it as well. So yeah, he got to give him that. And technically,
he is ready for England.
He's ready for. We know he is. Not our fault that Thomas Tuchel can't wake up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lewis, you're consistent as ever. You're ready for England. You scored a goal or 2. So tick, tick, tick,
tick, tick. As for David Brooks, then, what do we say about him? By this time next season, I don't want Cherries fans to be mentioning the L word, like loan him out. Like that's what we should do because. You know what? It's been a really tough time for him, of course, but we want to be saying, let's have him in the squad. We don't want to be loaning him out. And that's the thing we seem to be saying a lot.
Yeah, but I'm just going to say, I'm going to be simple and say, don't go back to them lot ever again. What's the point of that?
I tell you what.
I'm happy, mate.
I'm happy because, so the L's, for context, because you can watch the whole clip if you wanted to, we didn't want the loan word to be in our thoughts.
No, we didn't want to be
talking about his future. And in our video that we did last time about keep, sell, loan, we whacked him in keep.
Yes, and I think during the season even, I was even thinking at that point, we don't want to get to like January and think, oh, should we go and let him loan him out? He was too important, and so obviously that meant he didn't go to them lot again because he likes winning football matches. So yeah, David Brooks, tick, tick, tick.
All right, next, Romain Faivre. It sounds like I'm clearing my throat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Romain Faivre. What do we say about him?
And I remember watching him for Lorient, and he was like a double pivot in the centre midfield. Yeah. Then I've seen him in the 10, then I've seen him wide right. I'm not really sure. And you need to put down a position and say, Andoni, this is where I'm needed.
Yeah, for me, it's just, look, we know that he set up Jebbison. I'm not convinced that it wasn't a shot, but it's just to get your final touch right.
I mean, I don't know if he's worked on his final touch because I hadn't seen the guy. No. Show us your position.
Do you remember? Was it in America he played?
We went to America and we did see him in America when we were out in America.
But in one of those games, he actually looked up. Was it Arsenal in the second half or was it against Wrexham?
No, I think it was he come on against Wrexham, I think.
And he came on and was like, hello.
Oh, hello. And then there was a home game as well. Was it Girona? We done that really good bit of skill and then squared it in and Dan Jebbison scored. Jebbo. And we got the winner and we thought, I tell you what, we got a player here. And then he got shipped out the door and I'll probably never see him again.
Yeah.
But has he worked on his final touch? Not a clue. So we have to say no. Show us the position. I still don't know what it is. So, no.
Sorry. As for Ryan Christie then, I'll tell you what a season he's had. Absolute ball. A shame about how it finished with injury. But back in August, this is what we said.
I mean, it's similar to Lewis Cook, isn't it? Almost flawless last season. I've got to say score some goals because that's the only thing that it's, that we talk about really.
For me, this is a bit of a quirky one, but we sing that song about him making Ryan Fraser look shite.
How's Fraser, by the
way? How is Fraser? I want, like, when you're coming off, if you're being substituted and you walk around in front of the North Stand, right? When we sing that song, just give us a little thumbs up.
Summit, yeah.
Hello.
That.
You know what? And I ain't got video evidence of this. If I have, I'll put it on screen somewhere. However, I swear that when we've been singing his name, because he's got a couple of chants, even a few.
Yeah. I've seen the fun.
It's come out.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely acknowledged the fans with the song at the end of games and stuff, so he's got to get that.
And also, what was your challenge, Tom?
Score some goals. He scored some big goals. I mean, he scored against them a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he got
Arsenal.
that goal. So, yeah, he scored some goals. So, Christie, as for like his whole season, just tick, 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 bloody tick.
Right then, Alex Scott, wind it back.
I want to know exactly what his position. I know he's a central midfield player, but we've just spoke about how good Christie and Lewis are. We've obviously still got Tyler Adams that we'll come on to when he's fit as well. Is he a 10? I'm not sure he is.
For me, it's obviously to stay fit.
Yeah.
But just be linked with England. Just be linked. I'm not saying that you need to be named in the squad. Just be linked on the lips of other Premier League fans. Okay. So be linked with England. I mean, he does play for the under-21s, but I was obviously talking about the first team.
Yeah, and he's not knocked on that door yet. He might do if he keeps doing well for the under-21s, but not knocked on that door. And show us your position. We've literally spoke about.
We literally did on one of the previous videos.
I want to know where his best position is. I'm still not 100% convinced. So 2 crosses there, but yes, Scotty's got loads of time left on his side.
Next then, Marcus Tavernier, and I remember this one well. And well, Tom, I haven't watched Match of the Day enough to know whether this happened, but I know you might have. Here's what I said.
But I'm going to say, on Match of the Day, they do like little features randomly at some point.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I want to see a little 3-minute feature.
At some point this season?
Yeah, on Marcus Tavernier.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
For me, this might be a tricky one. Outscore your brothers, SPL tally, because is he a right back?
Yeah, but he takes pens, yeah.
So look, I'll level with you. When Bournemouth win, I'll watch Match of the Day. Sometimes always if we lose, and sometimes if we draw, I don't bother. So I don't know whether they've done a little compilation or they've specifically focused on Tav for certain moments, have they?
It depends if you want to. I think it's very difficult for any Bournemouth player to get blooming clipped up. Because we're Bournemouth, but they did say how good his set piece was. I think it was for Evan Ilson at Villa Park.
Yeah, and also at Tottenham Hotspur, they spoke a lot about his finish because Milos Kerkez put in the ball was finished. But then, do you remember the goal that wasn't a goal?
Yes, he was involved.
Him down the left-hand side.
He's having that.
He's having it. I said outscore your bro. So James Tavernier at Rangers.
I've checked it out.
We know that he's usually on pens, but this season I don't think he was. How many did James get?
Well, I've taken this at the start of the season. He only got 4.
So Marcus Tavernier got
3. Come on, Tav's so close. He's gutted about that, isn't he?
1 out of 2.
Oh, so close, Tav. Next season.
So, Tyler Adams then. Roll it back.
I'm going to go start 10 games if you can. I mean, listen, we know he's a quality player. I mean, we went out to the States and they like worship him because...
Did we go out to the States? We never mentioned that. Yeah, for me, it's so difficult because that... dye your hair a different colour at some point.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Let's start with me. He did, why did I say this? I think there are previous clubs he played for where he had a little ginger tinge on his...
He has had bigger hair and different styles.
Yeah, but he didn't do that.
That's one to watch, though. That's got potential still.
One to watch.
I mean, start 10 games. That is a really good point of what we were worried about with Tyler Adams. And I thought that is a big, big tick, baby. Start 10 games. I actually remember I do like a little predictor thing with mates and stuff at the start of the season. And that was one of the things, like how many games of Tyler Adams starting and then it gets closer. And people putting like 4 because he's so injury prone. So yeah, delighted for him. That's one tick, but it's a big fat one.
Next, Hamed Traore, or is it Junior? I don't know.
I don't think it matters too much longer.
Play the clip.
If you are here and you're in the squad, get your first Premier League goal.
Yeah, okay.
Probably be off the bench, but try and nick your first Premier League goal.
For me, it's just to give us a little glimpse of your value. We paid a lot. Just give us a glimpse of your value. That would be great. Right, so give us a glimpse.
I literally haven't glimpsed. I haven't seen him.
But the French people have seen a lot of him.
He's doing brilliant there, and I think, I'm pleased for him. But yeah, we haven't seen a glimpse and score a Premier League goal. It was impossible for him to do so. So,
not happening. Right then, Gavin Kilkenny. How's he on this list? Well, he was on this list, and this is what we said.
As much as we don't like saying it's not a horrible way to go and leave, but go and play football, Gav.
Yeah.
There's just no point, and I've just sitting there. I think go and play some football. It's as simple as that.
For me, it's similar to some of the other ones. Get involved in island conversations. Okay. Well, Tom, you're bang on here.
Go and play football. That's exactly what we did in the middle of the park with who at Swindon?
Namdi Offerball.
Well done, Namdi Offerball. Yeah, he had a good season by all accounts. And to be fair to you, I know, obviously we've done a few with Ireland and they've had a few call-ups in the past. But I think I've seen a few just checking how he's doing at Swindon. And there's been a few conversations.
But are those conversations? No, we're not having him in the side.
Whatever it is, mate, it's an Irish conversation. I'm giving him 2 ticks. Come on, Gav.
Right then, on to Philip Billing. This was a player that we really wanted to do well, but did he? Here's what we said.
I look at Denmark, and don't get me wrong, they've got some good players, but there's some in that midfield. I think, Billing, on your day, you could easily get in the squad, and he's never really looked at anymore. And I know he isn't playing as regularly, but yeah, you're going to get opportunities, whether it be with us or elsewhere. I'm not sure what's happening yet, but try and get yourself in there, mate.
When you score a goal this season, I think you will, if you're with us. Hopefully you are. Just kiss the badge. Just do that.
Just something.
Watch the reaction. Watch the reaction. I was going to say kiss Heather. Maybe not. Okay then.
Shame.
Did he score? Did he score for us in the Premier League this season? I don't know if he did. Did he? He certainly had a big hand in our goal at Ipswich, of course. Didn't he?
I don't think he did.
But not sure he did. So I wanted him to kiss the badge. I mean.
It was quite a...
That was never going to happen.
No, and...
He seemed to fall out of love with AFC Bournemouth the more time went on, didn't he?
Yeah, it did feel that way. And he didn't play loads, but I'm glad he got his move and ended up on loan winning the league. So fair play to him. I'm still surprised, I had to double check, that he still hasn't got in the Denmark team.
No.
And I mean, they've obviously got good players, but I always think, surely Billing's good enough to get in the Denmark squad. Yeah. So maybe that's another one to watch, mate. But at the moment, that's 2 crosses.
Right, Dango Ouattara then, and you know what? He had such an improved season in all departments. Well, have a listen.
The obvious one is work on your end product, because he literally, in some games, he's beaten the whole team, and then he fluffs it up. What I will say is, though, in the last game, really good assist, so that is your end product, so fair play.
You know what else he doesn't do right, mate?
Go on.
Knee slides. His knee slides. I mean, that one at Spurs, awful.
Absolute limbs. He didn't know what he was doing, did he? Whereas, who was it? Was it Senesi that done one?
Senesi.
Perfect knee slide.
His knee slides are great. So if you score and you knee slide, make sure you do it towards the edge of the pitch, not just literally 2 metres after you've just scored. Come on.
Yeah.
So, Tom, you can see that we wanted 2 things that have probably happened. I mean, his knee slides have been better.
Yeah. What was that? I'm trying to think of the knee slide that I thought he's done it here. Was it Ipswich? Did he do a knee slide at Ipswich?
Yeah, he did,
Yeah, tell you what, Dango, you've been listening, Sam. Yeah. Good knee slide. I'm working on end product. That's exactly what he's done, in my opinion. Still, obviously, still young and there's still more to come, but he's getting better and better. So that's 2 ticks for the old Ouattara.
Okay, Luis Sinisterra, we did one for him as well. Play VT.
I'm going to go a little bit different here. Everyone knows that I quite liked Lerma when he was here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So what I did is I bought 2 Columbia shirts. One of them signed by the big man himself, so that's stored away. The other one, I've just got it.
Yeah.
Make me bring it back out. We're going to be here doing a second look, and I'm going to have my Columbia shirt on because he's just got a brace. That's what I want. City, make me still keep that Columbia shirt.
Love that. For me, score double figures this season.
That's
right?
a good shout.
Score double figures because we know you are capable. Score double figures. He scored a big goal.
Did he play double figures? Not being funny. Yeah, he scored a massive goal. And I'd argue we got the winning pen against Wolves.
Yeah.
So some big goals, but unfortunately not. And again, unless I maybe whacked it on after the Everton one,
But
he
you
didn't.
never. But was it like? So did you have a Columbia shirt at that point in time? You
So
did.
I already had a Columbia shirt for Jebbison Lerma.
So you wanted to be like, hey, did you ever wear it on a pod, for instance, for Sinisterra, like after Everton away? Did you?
I don't believe so. If I did, I look like an idiot now, and there might be people going, I remember you wearing it. I don't think I did, mate. And yeah, I don't even know where it is anymore. So Lerma, I need you to come back. Or Louis, just keep going and put, I don't know anymore, but they're 2 crosses.
All right, and next we've got Justin Kluivert. Now this one's going to be really interesting. I think we might have done well.
Could say, yeah, we don't know yet, but maybe make yourself a penalty taker. Could be a shout.
Oh yeah, that was a good penalty, by the way.
It was very cool. But what I'm going to say is, as I think we said we went out to the States.
Yeah.
So when we're out there, not all Americans, some fans over here as well, accidentally when they're talking about Kluivert say Patrick.
Oh, are you having a go at me here?
Maybe. So be that good that when people are talking about you, they say Justin because you've made it your own. You're Kluivert.
I want to see you play for the Netherlands this season.
So it's interesting when we're talking about this. There's quite a lot that should be forcing themselves.
Yeah. Hey, Tom.
Bang on, mate.
Tom, play for the Netherlands.
I remember you saying that.
He's got challenges. So like, had we not said that?
Yeah,
we not said that, he would not be playing. We challenged him, and he delivered. It's a beautiful thing.
He literally was nowhere near the Netherlands squad. We said it, and he's gone in, never come out. He's still in it now.
And I tell you what, the amount of times that you pulled me up on saying just like Patrick, because I kept saying Patrick Kluivert. I never do that anymore.
Well, now I can't even remember who he is. Do you know what I mean?
Who is he?
Now they say, oh, do you remember when Justin's dad used to play?
Well, you know what? And I think maybe that like pivotal moment was at Newcastle, where he then outscored his dad at St James's Park. So yeah.
Well done, Justin. Tick, tick, tick.
Right, Antoine Semenyo then. Not many players to go, but what do we say for him?
But in general, take a bit of the responsibility off Dom, because I think he's got the capabilities of obviously scoring a lot of goals. But yeah, just taking that responsibility level off, going, we've mentioned Cini, mentioned Justin. I think Semenyo could be a real handful for teams.
Mine's a bit off the wall. I think he did it at Liverpool. We did it a number of times last season. I certainly remember him doing the backflip at Liverpool, because that's what I want. I want to see at least 5 backflips this season.
Do the Ken win, I call it.
Right, so I'll level with you. I don't think I counted each and every backflip, but I swear
he's done a few.
He scored double figures, right?
Yeah.
He must have.
And I think also
he did a spinneroonie.
Yeah, I think that's got to count as some sort of. Yeah. I think you say backflips. I think we meant a few little spinny things. He does that all the time.
He can stand on his head, by the way.
Exactly.
Well.
So yeah, 100%. I'm taking that. And when I say make us forget that, I had to think, who's Dom? But
yeah, exactly. That's how much we were worried about his exit.
Yeah. No, I mean he might have won some little tournament, but they finished 17th, mate.
This must have been recorded before we signed Evan Nilsson, I'm presuming, because at that time we were like, "Who the hell are we going to play?"
Well, you got to remember, first game of the season, I think Semenyo started up top, didn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, ticks for me.
Right, Enes Unal. What did we say for him? Let's play it back.
Just alluded to the fact that we've obviously lost Dom. Not sure what's going to happen in terms of a replacement, but you've got an opportunity to make yourself the main man up top. We haven't seen loads here, but good goal scoring record in La Liga. Make yourself the main man.
Make the Echo use the headline Turkish Delight at some point during the season. Right? I want to see it.
I love him, boy. Turkish Delight is rank, isn't it?
I don't mind Turkish Delight
you're
at all.
wrong.
So, Tom, the phrase Turkish Delight was used, but not by the Echo, so I can't take credit for that. But I think we're going to maybe call this a cross.
Yeah.
Because they would have probably used it had he done more. I mean, the free kick, of course, he scored that world-eater header against Ipswich.
Yeah, beautiful. Obviously it's all down to injuries. I put make yourself the main man, which obviously didn't happen at the time. We didn't know he was going to be up front.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed that I didn't, because we all kept talking about apparently he's good at free kicks. I'm annoyed we didn't put that. I thought then, did we put that? But we didn't. So two crosses through now, but cheers for the free kick.
Jaidon Anthony. Oh, down it. Oh, there's a little bit left.
No.
What do we say?
So show Andoni and us that we can't afford to let you go out on loan because you're a good option in the squad. So yeah, show us that you're too important to let out on loan again.
It's score at least 3 goals, Jaidon.
Don't mind that.
It's doable. Okay, so I mean, at this time he hadn't signed on loan for Burnley, but he did score at least 3. So I'm you know what? I'm self-ticking that.
That's fine. Unfortunately, he didn't show Andoni because, as much as I quite like him, Andoni obviously and the club decided to let him go out on loan, and obviously now he's left. So yeah, pleased for him. But yeah, 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. Right then, next the goal machine, Daniel Jebbison. What did we say back in August? Come on then. Jebbison was a blade. Now he's got a bucket and spade. 1.5 million down the drain. Jebbison scored.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll work on that. But if you do go out on loan, because there's still a big possibility, a lot of the market to go and bag double figures, because I think you're capable, whether that be Championship, League One, Scotland, wherever.
Yeah.
If not, just prove that you can make a challenge.
Let's start with you.
I'm just going to say this.
Prove yourself. Proves yourself.
Well, I think I'm not being funny, but we thought, probably got a loan, probably won't see him. Comes back in the side. Last game of the season, we go, can we get top half? Can we? It's 0-0. I don't think we're going to. Jabbo, come on the wing, will you, son? Do you know what I mean?
Scores a goal against Manchester City.
Scored at the Etihad. I'm saying that's proved yourself. And make us a chant. It might not be a chant.
Are you a Jebbonator?
It might not be a chant,
no,
but there's been, after the game at Leicester, Jebbo. I tell you what, it's Daniel Jebbison and you're getting ticks.
And also Lucy has suggested. Here's to you, Daniel Jebbison. Bournemouth loves you more than you will know. Come on.
Just give him ticks.
Last but not least, we did Andoni Iraola. Yes, we did him too. Come on then.
When we win a game, but like when he comes over and we give him all the chance, just lose it. Just lose it. Something like that. But just keep it in. I don't really want him to change much, to be honest.
For me, 3 words: Monday Night Football. Okay, not quite the Gary O'Neill stature that he appeared on Monday Night Football.
It's weird that he's done so much better, but he's not on there. I don't know why that is, but no.
He's had an interview live on Monday Night Football, but he wasn't in the studio.
No, it's probably because he turned him down. Let's be honest, but we've got to get it across. Lose your head with us. I think we were saying like kind of with the fans. I tell you what, that penalty shootout win against Wolves, he went a bit. Didn't he?
Did.
I like seeing that pure emotion. So I'm going to take him on that. 1 out of 2, but who wants to go on that show anyway?
Work to do, Andoni. So, there we go. That is what we said, and those are the players that have accomplished the challenge. Do you think we should be doing some more this season? I reckon we should.
Yeah, we could do, mate. And obviously, it's weird, isn't it? Because you realise then how late some players came, because obviously they weren't in there. And what was annoying is I did say, but he didn't get in time for the video. I did say if Jaidon Anthony could do some painting with us.
Yeah, exactly.
So he did tick that, just to let you know. But then let us know if there's any you think, you got to put that in. And even if it's just we do like a joint one rather than doing 2.
Yeah.
Because there might be a few that are ongoing. Like if Tyler Adams doesn't die there next year, I don't know if I want him at the club.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, thanks for watching. You can do us a couple of favours if you want.
Oh yeah, click the subscribe button, click the bell and click the like button. And also, give us a little comment as well if there's anything you want us to do on these players and players coming through the door that we didn't do.
Up the chairs, see you in the next one.
Have it, Jebbo ticks. Oh, that's all that matters.